So much for being here. I'm going to go ahead and talk about what is coming up in July, from July 3rd to the 7th, as far as the star Sirius is concerned. Sirius being the star that is going to be close to planet Earth, and this star is associated with spiritual awakening. So if you have not had a spiritual awakening, you might have a spiritual awakening during the first week of July. So the thing about Sirius is this star has been associated with the goddess Isis in ancient Egypt, and even in Native American cultures. So this star's alignment with the planet during the first week of July is sort of like an energetic portal. So you may, as a human being, feel more spiritually awakened. You may feel more connected with the divine spirit, source, angels, archangels, the spiritual realm. It's also associated with death and rebirth, which is sort of the Pluto energy that's associated with Scorpio. So this energy is literally about some part of you, possibly the spiritual part of you, is going to die off. You're going to change, make a major change or a transformation or a metamorphosis. So you're changing from one state of being into a totally new state of being. And the presence of this star with the Earth, in the alignment of the Earth, being very close to the Earth, can also be a time when you want to have a spiritual awakening, such as connecting with your third eye. So your third eye is actually right here. It's many cultures considered to be the very spiritual point of enlightenment, where your spirit is the source of intuition. So basically your third eye, which is about right here, is connected to, or thought to spiritually connect to, your pineal gland, which is in the back of your brain. And the pineal gland is actually a gland that is the size of about a walnut. And this gland has been associated with your intuition. It's connected with your gut feelings. So if you have a lot of gut feelings, this could be coming through your intuition, your pineal gland, connecting to your nervous system, and ultimately your energy and how you make decisions. So the pineal gland, being called the third eye, in a way, is actually made up of rods and cones. It's a small little gland that, when you see the images of it, it is rods and cones. So it's almost like it was supposed to be a real eyeball, but it is there in the back of our brain and just functions as a gland. You can receive a lot of spiritual downloads. A spiritual download is sort of like receiving a very strong empathic sensation. So you may feel a very strong feeling. So you don't know why, it's just a very strong gut feeling, which could be connected to, which is essentially connected to your third eye and your pineal gland, which is connected to your heart, your gut, your nervous system, and also your spirit around you, your spiritual energy field. So as the star Sirius is going to be closer to the Earth, this is going to be a period of awakening for many individuals. This can create sort of an energetic portal, which is what I've seen online from research, in many metaphysical and esoteric research pages and stuff that I've been looking through. So you can also look at this as a time of not only death and rebirth, it can also be a time of freedom. So you can just, it's actually, and it's funny that it falls in the United States during the time of the 4th of July, because this is a time of independence and freedom. So in a sense, it's a spiritual independence and freedom. And you can also receive messages from your spirit guides and angels and archangels that you happen to connect with during meditation, during prayer. You may even receive messages during this time when you're not meditating. Just all of a sudden you have a very overwhelming gut feeling, which is coming from your pineal gland and from your higher self, your angels, your archangels, your spirit guides, and such. So, like I said, Isis, this star Isis has been associated with ancient Egypt and the goddess of Isis, who rules over death and rebirth. So to me, that is very much like Scorpio. It's very much like Pluto energy. Pluto is going to be retrograde in the house of Capricorn. Capricorn is the house of achievements and life purpose. So with Sirius there, during the first week of July, I believe there's an eclipse as well, you can sort of truly get in touch with what it is you desire and have a very strong connection with spirit and source, angels, archangels, whatever it is you believe, because this is a perfect time to connect. Yeah, so there's also some ideas that there are extraterrestrial, not alien, but energetic beings that are sort of like angels that are connected to the star Sirius. And as it is very close to the Earth, this is a very good time to literally connect with spirit, to let go of things that are no longer serving you. With the eclipse, you can eclipse it out of your life and connect with things that are, bring in things that are more going to assist you more. Now I feel like we had the full moon in Sagittarius, and that was more about bringing in, setting your intentions to bring in new things into your life and to also release. So this is more of a time of a spiritual awakening. So if you haven't had a spiritual awakening, you know, you may want to do some research, get in touch with spirit and source through meditation. It may even just happen without you even knowing. It can just happen, and all of a sudden you receive a very large, overwhelming, empathic sensation, and it could be during this time. So I hope you enjoyed this. This is my update about the Sirius first week of July, with Sirius, the star closest to the Earth. Thank you guys. I love you so much, and take care.